Hello homebodies, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make Sicilian style sausages and peppers. Chipper is so excited about this, it's unbelievable really. As I've mentioned in the video where I introduced my great grandparents who are on my kitchen wall, I am mostly Sicilian and we are going to do the Sicilian style of sausage and peppers. And I can't take credit for this recipe, because even though, yes, my family made sausage and peppers for a long time, I follow a recipe from a book. This book, which is called Grandma's Sicilian Cookbook with the Ever-Present Tomato by Ignacia Foti. This was a book that was published in 1990 that my mother bought for myself and my sister, and she bought one for herself. And there is a sausage and pepper recipe in here that I usually follow. So that's where I'm gonna get my recipe from, and I'll show you it. This is a well-loved book that I've made many recipes with over the years. You can see how well-loved this book is because it's filthy. I have used the sausage, peppers, and onions recipe so many times that I have made the book a mess. But this is the recipe that I am going to use with a slight change. My husband likes tomato sauce in the sausage and peppers. He likes everything saucy, as I've mentioned. He likes gravy on everything and sauce on everything. So my little variation, which doesn't really follow this recipe, is to add some of my own homemade sauce to the sausage and peppers. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I have defrosted some of my own, this is my own homemade tomato sauce. And I'm gonna show you in another video how we do that. That's not gonna be today. So I have defrosted that sauce. I'm not gonna use all of it, I'll just use some of it. I'll show you what I already have done. So these are my sausages. My grandmother, who was from Jersey, swore by ShopRite brand sausages. ShopRite is a local grocery chain in New York and New Jersey. And these are ShopRite sausages. My grandmother always wanted to use ShopRite sausages. I have two types of sausages here. These are the spicy Italian sausages. And then I have the sweet Italian sausages. These were in my freezer, I just defrosted them. I usually buy big packages of the ShopRite sausages, and then I just freeze some of them for the next time I want to make sausage and peppers. They defrost overnight in your refrigerator. I cut my sausages different ways so that when they're cooked, we can tell which ones are spicy and which ones are sweet. So the ones that are cut the long way are the spicy, and the ones that are cut the short way are the sweet, so that way when they cook, we can tell them apart. Sometimes my son doesn't want the spicy, or my husband wants all the spicy, so that helps us. I also have chopped up a bunch of onions and peppers. So I have mixed red onions with regular yellow onions. I only have orange peppers, so I'm just going to use the orange peppers. You can use any type of bell peppers, green, red, yellow, or orange. I use whatever I have at the time. So that's how I make my baked sausage and peppers. I'm going to chop up some fresh basil to put on this. My Uncle Giuseppe's fresh basil. I'm just going to take a bunch of it, clean it off, and chop it. Table is set. The sausage and peppers are cooking in the oven. They need to cook uncovered for 40 minutes in a 400-degree oven. So sausage and pepper, another easy meal. You can whip it together after work. I like to chop mozzarella and serve the sausage and peppers with chopped mozzarella that you could put on top. You could also make a salad. A salad is nice to go with the sausage and pepper, but the most important thing is bread. Either regular Italian bread or garlic bread, because you need some kind of carb to go along with the sausage and peppers, and bread is perfect for that. So that's why I have the butter on the table, because I had bought a loaf of bread from Uncle Giuseppe's when I was down in Jersey a couple days ago. So I'm going to pop that in the oven after the sausage and peppers comes out of the oven. And the bread is going to be warmed up, and then we're going to eat. So it's a really easy weekday recipe, Sunday recipe, and it makes your house smell wonderful. It smells like an Italian restaurant when it's done cooking. So it's a great meal and one of our family favorites. Now with the leftovers, because we always have leftovers of sausage and peppers. If the leftovers have been in the fridge a day or two and no one's really eating them, I chop it all up really small. And then I cook a small type of pasta, either bustina or orzo or mini bow ties, the ones that you put in soup. I will cook maybe a half a pound of some kind of little pasta, and I will mix in the sausage and pepper mixture and the onions in with the hot pasta. And I will serve that as a side dish for another dinner or as a snack. And when I mix it with a little pasta, my son eats it up very quickly. So all of a sudden, all the sausage and pepper leftovers are gone. So that's an easy way to kind of get rid of your sausage and peppers if no one's eating it. Mix it with some pasta, warm pasta, and you can reheat it, and it's delicious. And again, nothing beats sausage and peppers, and it's one of our family's favorite meals. So I'll show you it when I have it dished up in a little while, but you will enjoy this meal. It's probably going to be, for the future family members, one of their go-to meals also. Homebodies, time for a garden update. The last time I gave you a tour of the garden, the corn was just peeking out. So let's see how far we've gotten. The garden looks good. He did plant some squash that are going to go up those trellises, but those are not really growing yet. But the corn is looking good. A lot of the tomatoes are coming up. Our oregano, rosemary, and cilantro all look good. So we will have at least some produce and herbs that come out of the garden. So that's exciting. And it's doing better than we really even dreamed it would do, because we've never done it before. Joe really did a good job with the garden, and it does look good. So Joe made progress on the garden. Let's see the progress I made on my cross stitch. So I'll show you that. All right, so first I will remind you what it's supposed to look like. That's the design. It's very simple. I'm doing it in pink, so you can see the pink version here. So my letters are going to be in pink and gray. But everything else is the same. The last time I showed you my progress, I only had the letters M and O stitched, and I had like 3 stitches in the corner. All right, now I have kept my summer resolution to do an hour of stitching every night. I have kept that promise since I made it last week. Hasn't been that long, but I have made progress. So let's see how far I've come here. Look at that. I got the word moon and back stitched, and I have done a big part of the moon. That's all I've done though. However, if you look, the moon has many, many stitches, so it's very slow to stitch. But I will have the bottom of the moon done probably by next weekend, and the top of the moon done probably by the weekend after that. Then I'm going to start working on the to the and love you. So it is coming along. So Joe made progress on the garden, and I made progress on my cross stitch. Not bad.